I am pleased to have you return to my Coin Lady channel. The actual market worth of XRP will astound you. You see, I've been doing some serious digging into the world of global debt, the total derivatives market, and the potential new financial system that XRP could bring about, which I'm sure you all hope will happen. After all that research, I came up with an incredibly shocking price for XRP. This is going to be my first deep dive study, and I'm going to cover a lot of ground I've never covered before, even though the likely price action for XRP is far further than I had anticipated. What I will say is that I put a lot of effort and time into this film, and I think you will all be pleased with the end result. So, to get this video out there, all I ask is that you all subscribe and like it on YouTube. Alright, let's get started. The magnitude of the derivatives market and the overall global debt should be our starting points for this discussion. We get a really insane number when we add up the total global debt. Presently, it's close to $350 trillion US, and when you factor in the notional value, the derivatives market is at around $750 trillion in size. In light of this, it becomes immediately apparent that the fair market value of XRP would be utterly ludicrous if the entire US and global debt, along with all global derivatives and real estate markets, were to be transferred onto the platform. The market capitalization would be in the quadrillions of dollars. I went ahead and calculated the interest rate, the circulating supply of XRP, and the store of value in trillions by entering in all these values. Time in years, at which the aforementioned volumes are anticipated to be attained. If XRP were to devour all of these markets, its value would be $38,399 per currency. I mean, it's really cool, obviously. When you consider that BlackRock and every other major financial institution are planning to begin tokenizing all of their real-world assets, it seems even more amazing, doesn't it? Their goal is to completely replace the current debt system with this new one, where a single cryptocurrency or blockchain-based project will consume all of the debt and make it publicly accessible. That being the case, every single XRP coin may be expected to have a price like this. Now, naturally, we all want that to be the XRPL. In order for this to come to fruition and for the XRPL to reach its full potential, there is one essential component that we currently lack: the necessary degree of liquidity. The following question then becomes, how can we increase liquidity such that XRP has a future chance of going close to that $38,000 price target? Moreover, the solution is shockingly straightforward. Everything hinges on the initial public offering. Now that the XRP ledger has the legislative certainty it required to begin forming these partnerships, the next major step is the initial public offering, IPO, which will allow enormous institutions to buy a direct stake and provide the ecosystem with ludicrous sums of US dollars. After that, all of these banks will be jumping on board with XRPL since it has the liquidity to fully dominate all of these markets. The truth is, I had never idea about this before. I was under the impression that XRPL, in its current state, would be fine and could easily position itself to dominate the market. However, at the present time, there is insufficient liquidity and XRP currencies available to facilitate this. Therefore, what we really require is a substantial increase in funding. And there's no way around it. Therefore, that is what they say when we show this to the central bank, the International Monetary Fund, or anybody else that controls the money supply on a global scale. Okay, this is fantastic, they exclaim. Here it is. Answer: but with XRP's present liquidity and status, it's not feasible. A couple more $1 billion would be required to replace SWIFT, wouldn't you agree? And that is simply our current situation. As a result, everyone is eagerly anticipating Ripple's first public offering, IPO. The outcome of this wild XRP pricing right now will depend on that public offering. If we want everything to work out the way it should, we need to make one thing very clear to everyone around the world: we need to hit these price targets and then completely dominate the entire financial system. This is something that needs to happen right now, and it all comes down to this one thing. It is glaringly clear that the current system is not beneficial to the average working class person when we examine the Federal Reserve and how they basically misuse their power on both a local and global scale. What's more, the policies that the Federal Reserve of the United States implements often spell disaster for other economies around the world. As an example of this, consider the growing number of countries that have recently joined the BRICS alliance. This is an emerging economic bloc that aims to wean itself off the global reserve currency system run by the Federal Reserve. This is because the Fed's decisions to print money have far-reaching consequences. For example, countries with significantly weaker economies in the US can see their currency lose half its value in an overnight period due to the US government's decision to print a few $1 trillion. That is completely unfair, and the system in question requires reform. I see XRP as the best solution to this problem. Assuming we find out that the technology is superior. Foreign settlement and transaction processing is within its capabilities. Not only is it not printed in trillions of dollars, but it can do things the US dollar can't. If more people know about this, the XRPL has a better chance of becoming this new currency. This video is incredibly important, and I really hope you all see it and share it. If you're interested in seeing XRP reach $38,000, all you have to do is keep an eye on the market and help educate others about it. It may sound ridiculous, but if this happens, we'll all be billionaires. So, in short, if you want this to happen, if you want XRP to reach its fair market value of $38,000 per coin, we have to do it. We must proceed. Awakening people is our responsibility. It is imperative that we raise awareness. Act accordingly. Please tell your loved ones about this. If that's too much for you to handle, at least click the like button. Please subscribe and do what you can to help out. If you want to start a movement, all you have to do is share it on social media. This is how we guarantee that XRPL will be utilized by everyone in the future. Frankly,